Hello and welcome to the HTMcast! Number 10.
Pretty sure I heard a voice crack in there.
Yes. Yes.
Apparently he's 13.
It adds flavor. I'm Ty. I'm apparently a prepubescent boy. I'm here with Mishi.
Hello.
And returning guest Fang.
Hey.
Tybalt.
What?
Where's Hat?
Oh, he died.
Death
He was
by
torn
badgers.
apart by rabid honey badgers. They care. They care.
Well, yeah, whenever you see them, they're just in the middle of the road usually. They're just recharging their batteries. They're solar powered.
I am so tired. Oh my god. I'm Ty. And I'm tired.
Can I explain why this podcast is late?
Oh my god.
This is
Like,
our third
what else can I make puns out of with my name?
Tybalt!
Hopefully nothing.
Well, Mishi, explain.
This is pretty much our third time recording this. We attempted, we attempted to sit down and record at one time, and Skype kept crashing. Crashing. And then we gave up. And then we did it again the next day, and Fang's voice was apparently too sexy to be recorded, so he didn't have a voice. So
I'm too sexy for this frat. So sexy that it hurts.
So yeah, third time's a charm. Let's hope.
So, what's first?
Tybalt sing.
News feed.
Close enough. So on the forums lately, there's been a whole bunch of, I guess, Ezreal exploring. He's been going to all these places and stealing artifacts, or borrowing in quotation marks.
He's gonna give them back.
You don't know that.
He says real. He's totally gonna give them back.
And
I'd like to see him put the window back.
yeah, I know, right? The one thing they all have in common is they all depict this winged guy that apparently has shown up throughout history, and he wants to know where he keeps coming from.
Winged guy with a sword that looks like a spine.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
And first off, the whole forum post is just the most amazing thing I've ever spent probably 20 minutes reading through.
I just read the red post.
It was funny. There was this one, and this guy was like, "Oh, that belongs in a museum," and Ezreal was like, "Yeah, and I'm done with it." And they were it was really interesting to read through. I enjoyed it.
And it was very well done from Ezreal's perspective.
It was a good read.
So, Tybalt, what can you talk about from it? Because I didn't read too much that explains what the items are about.
Pretty much, you had a window from Demacia, which
From
is,
Noxus.
yeah, the statue
Some
went from
coins and a
Noxus.
pot from Sharima. A
Dude,
knife
she asked
from
me.
Freljord. You interrupt her. Let's see, what else was there? There was a tablet from Ionia. I don't remember anything from Piltover and Zorn.
There's the dagger, the wood block.
Said those.
Okay. Whatever the pot was. Book entries.
From Freljord to Sharima, from Demacia to Noxus. This dude has been everywhere and in so many major wars in history and has turned those wars right around.
Doesn't he just show up and fight and leave?
Yes.
How does he live for that long?
Because he is an ancient race known as the something that started with a D.
Darkin.
That's the one.
Dargan?
Dargan!
Dargan!
Darkin.
Dargan. He's a dragon?
No.
Damn it. It looks really cool. You want to talk about his abilities or his lore, Tybalt? One of the two?
He is Aatrox. He is one of the 5 last Darkin and Runeterra.
Dargans!
And yeah, pretty much this guy loves to fight. He lives to fight forever. And he shows up when the odds are completely against somebody in a war and completely trashes the guys who were winning. And then the guys who were losing but are now winning because of Aatrox go on a bloodthirsty rampage and crusade for blood. And it's pretty brutal and intense. But he just
Sounds
disappears.
like fun.
Indeed.
And then afterwards, all the people who fought alongside Atrix go home. After a while, they start having what can only really be described as post-traumatic stress disorder.
Indeed. Because they did some pretty awful things while under the bloodlust.
Should probably mention that he's the new champion.
No.
We did skip that little important.
Well, he's not going to be a new minion, is he?
No. That'd be cool, though. Could you imagine that guy coming
He'd
up?
be a really awesome jungle monster.
I know, right?
His abilities! His passive is kind of like Volibear's passive,
Yeah.
mixed with Zax's. With toss-up of, I don't know.
No, I don't think it's anywhere near Zax's.
But they both share health costs. All of his abilities cost health. And when and then he a portion of the health that he spends on his abilities goes into a little bar that fills up, kind of like rage, and then it goes away when he's not in combat. And then if he were to get close to dying or actually die, the bar, how much his bar was filled would be how much he's healed on the spot.
You're having a hard time with this, aren't you?
He
I
doesn't
am.
actually. No, if he does straight up die, it doesn't work. You just get dispersed straight through the heal.
Ah, well then. How do you know that?
Because that's the way it's written.
Because British
Because
people
when
get to pay him
Volibear-
first.
When Volibear gets close to dying, his passive activates. If you kill him, burst him down quickly enough that his passive doesn't have enough time to do much, his passive still gets activated and goes on cooldown, but it's still done the heal.
But it's instant. It sounds like instant healing for Aatrox.
It is an instant heal, but you can still burst through it.
Fine.
It's easier to burst through than Volibear's, which is over time. Or
Okay.
rather, it'll be harder to burst through actually because it's instant rather than over time.
His Q. Dark Flight. Leaps into the air, it smashes down somewhere, and any enemies that he smashes down on are knocked into the air for a second and take damage. So, pretty good CC. Probably going to be a pretty sweet escape, too. His W is what's going to make or break him. Every third attack, he gets healed, but he can toggle this, so every third attack he does bonus damage to both the person he struck and himself. So it's kind of a kill or be killed kind of playstyle.
So it has the passive of healing him on every third attack, but then if he activates it, it switches to blood price.
It's a toggle, so you can
Yes.
have one or the other at a given time.
Cool.
Indeed.
That's neat.
And
His
if he's got
E.
if he's got the blood price hurting him, then he and his sword glow bright orange.
His E, Blades of Torment. He sends out a line skill shot of ethereal blades that chop people to pieces and slow them down.
And he gets health
'Cause-
back.
No?
If he hits a champion.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't know that.
Aatrox is refunded a part of the health cost if Blade of the Torment strikes an enemy champion.
Oh, well then.
RTFQ.
Yeah.
Please read the full question.
And then his R is Massacre, where he nukes out and goes Super Saiyan. Everyone around him gets dealt damage. Well, all enemies around him get dealt damage, and then he gets bonus attack range and attack speed.
Yes.
He's gonna be a top laner, correct? Potential
Top
jungler?
lane,
laner or jungle.
top lane jungle.
Woohoo. Excited to try him in jungle. Sounds fun. Cause what was the ability that lets him slam down? That is E.
Q.
It's
That was
Q.
his Q.
That seems like fun ganking potential.
Power slam.
It looks really cool. I love the wings. Like, I'm absolutely in love with his model. It looks so cool. He's a butterfly.
Definitely got an interesting look to him, but I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed for good skin.
He's butterfly. Butterfly.
Yeah, he can have a butterfly skin to go with Cockle.
Yeah, take a match. So is
So
that?
yeah, that's the new champion.
It looks really cool. I can't wait for him to get on the PBE and actually give him around. It's
Yeah,
so
I've been watching the PBE like a hawk.
It seems so weird to me that we're halfway through May and this is all the information we have on this guy, and it's only because we've gotten it a couple days ago.
What's next?
Okay, so League of Legends has launched a new beta site for their website. They're trying it out, getting everything set up, seeing how people like it, and then at some point they're going to switch the old site to the new site. So it's really cool. I highly suggest going to check it out. There's a lot more to it. There's a lot more in depth. My favorite part about it is you can look at all the champions on the website, which I don't think is on the old website. I could be wrong.
It is there, but not as in depth as a new one.
The new one talks about all their abilities, their lore, their skins, and my favorite part is it actually says who they're allied with and who they're enemies with.
Friends and rivals.
And
just because they're rivals does not mean they're enemies.
And I think that's absolutely awesome. And something, Tibble, didn't you say they're adding in the fact where a little paragraph will explain it?
Yes, they will have little blips to explain why people are allied and why people are enemies.
Because wasn't
Rivals.
Cassiopeia the weird one?
Yes, Cassiopeia was very interesting because she's friends with Renekton and Xerath, which gives her some serious ties to Shurima Desert.
I mean, it makes sense. She's a snake, and if I didn't know she was from Noxus, I would think Shurima Desert, to be honest. But
Personally, I like to believe that she believes the cure is somewhere in Shurima Desert, and that's why she spends so much time there.
Well, maybe the guy who cursed her in the first place came from Shurima, and the artifact came from Shurima or something.
The dude was from Freljord. The artifact probably came from Shurima.
So
That's
there
cool.
you go.
yeah, Mundo is friends with Mundo,
Obviously.
and then Darius is both friends and enemies with Draven,
Rivals.
rivals.
And Draven is what with Darius?
Just friends.
and rivals.
Is it friends and rivals too?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Didn't even look.
All I have Darius is pulled up. I don't have
Well, you can probably click on Draven right from there.
Yep.
Well, I'm not on the website. I have a screenshot of it.
Meow.
What? Working on it. But it shows
We
all
can come
this.
back to that.
Oh, it shows the website. It shows all of the spells and runes. It's a lot more in depth. It has all the game modes, and it gives you a brief little paragraph about that. And the pictures that go with them are gorgeous. I don't know where the pictures came from, but they are new.
It's probably a lot easier to update the site, so we're gonna get a lot more site updates.
It seems a lot more user friendly. I absolutely like it. It's cool. I'm just wondering how long we have to wait for it.
Well, how long did we have to wait for the stealth to rework?
Right.
2 years.
Draven is friends and rivals with Darius.
Alright, thank you.
You're welcome. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Anything else to add about that?
Somebody
don't think
found something weird on Jax's page
Yeah.
where it looks like there's something in his shadow. And it's not there in his splash art, but it's there.
Is
at
it
the
a
page.
real weapon?
No.
Really?
It looks like Aatrox.
And the shadow?
Yeah.
Well, that could make sense.
Do you think they have ties at all?
I
Maybe.
wouldn't put it past them.
We don't know anything about Jax.
It does. He's got the horns and stuff. There's a
Screen
big.
cap that, Michelle.
I will.
Put it in the podcast.
It is different. It's not there in the original. Whoa.
Creepy, right?
Yeah.
Props to whoever on the forums found that.
Yeah. I'll definitely get that screenshotted. That's really, really interesting. All right. So is that all about the website we have to discuss?
I think so.
Yes. Yes.
It's got all the videos for all of the abilities too, just like the in-game client does. So if you're looking at abilities, you don't have to go in the game to look it up. It's even got the recommended items too.
That's pretty cool.
They've done really well with this. And it's got all their stats and skins and everything.
Oh, we were done with the website.
Okay. Next, Surrender at 20 is having their own competition for teams to play. It's a Summoner's Rift. I know they think they've had a couple of ARM ones, if I am correct. And this is their first Summoner's Rift one. And only for North American servers at the moment. They said their next one is going to either be European or they're going to have a way for both to participate or run one at the same time. But this one's just for NA servers. And I'm kind of excited. I'm really hoping we get the people together to actually participate. It looks like a lot of fun for people who've never had that type of
Experience.
Yeah, experience. And anyone can join. There's no level cap. There's no nothing. They just warn you that if you're level 10, you're most likely going to be against level 30s with all these masteries and, runes. So to bear that in mind, but looks fun.
Mm-hmm.
Also, your name and the name of your team have to qualify under the terms of service.
Which is easy enough. I can't think of any which don't fit.
Indeed.
So yeah, that's a thing. Kind of excited. I'm still waiting for information. It looks like it spans a really long time. It's like 3 or 4 months between all of the getting together, because you have to, for the first like qualifying round or whatever, you have to actually make the plans against the enemy team to do it and then record the victory screen.
That sounds like every other private run tournament, as it were, I've ever played in. So I've
Interesting,
won some
though.
forums.
It's interesting though.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm excited. I love to see how it goes for them. The prices are just RP cards, I think, for each of the team members. Nothing huge, but it's always
Just
nice.
about normal.
Sounds cool.
And then they give trophy prize to the wieners.
Wieners. Alright, so time to move on.
Yes, I'm bored with your section.
Well, I have one more thing.
Oh, okay.
Normally I don't like to talk about leaks because they change or only one website has talked about it, but when I saw this on the wiki, the League of Legends wiki, I thought it was okay to talk about. It appears that Morgana is getting a new skin.
She's in a wedding dress, her wings are all scurry, and it's for the opening of the Latin America servers.
I believe the name of the skin is La Llorona, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. There's 2 L's, so when there's 2 of things, it confuses me.
La 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 Rona.
But the story behind it seems really cool too. And I love the picture. And the one thing I noticed about it is the picture doesn't look complete.
Doesn't look complete.
Yeah, it looks like they have a lot more work to do on it. So
Well, you said it was a leak.
I know, but
The splash art just does not fit the quality bar that Riot has put up for all their other skins.
it just looks like it has to be tweaked a little bit. Like if you look in the background, the chains that connect her wings, they look really simply done. But I always find it funny when you see skins that are not, like, the picture's not done yet, because it's like, why did they find the picture of the skin if it wasn't done yet? Because when I do things in Photoshop, I don't tend to save the picture every time. I just save the Photoshop, and then when I'm done, I save the JPEG version of it. So it seems weird to me that we have an unfinished version of this. But it's neat to see how, if they're going to finish it, if it's gonna, I mean, they could be done with it, but if, like Tybalt said, it's not really at the quality of Riot. But I'd like to see what they do to it, because I like seeing, I miss the art things where they did the speed drawing of
Art
it.
spotlight.
Yeah, those made me happy. And I didn't realize they stopped doing them until recently when I found Oriana's, and I was like, what? That's all I got.
I reject your section and replace it with my own.
Terbatatory.
Tybalt's forum looking.
Someone woke up.
No, I'm still pretty dead.
Heimerdinger.
Heimerdinger. Morello made a post, and he just put his foot down. Heimerdinger is getting the next non-visual rework.
But
Done.
a visual.
No. He's getting his abilities reworked, and that's it. Done. He's the next one. Done. Nothing else.
As stated
Set
by
in stone.
Morello.
Yes. Big quotes. Heimer is getting the next non-visual rework. In big quotes.
I don't understand why they won't do a visual. I know they want to keep that derpy aspect to him, but they could do high quality derpy, and I'd be okay with that.
They'll probably
Yeah.
wrap a small visual update in there with the update they do.
Maybe. Because I think for all the visual upgrades they've been doing, they've just been like starting from scratch and making new models. Am I correct?
Yes.
Maybe this one they'll just touch it up and make it look prettier.
Maybe. It's a nice model. Once you take away the low-res quality.
Yeah. So they could just HD it and
Chunky quality.
probably be fine.
If you take into account the recent ones, so Karma, Sejuani, Trundle, they had visual updates along with complete reworks.
Yeah. So,
But this leaves it open that the next visual rework is probably going to be Scion or Sivir.
however, Sivir just...
I imagine Sivir's more likely than Scion. Because Sivir works.
Yeah, Sivir's a lot easier to do.
I want Sivir next just because I want the forums to shut up. You can't do...
No. Once you solve a problem that the forums are complaining about, they just find an entirely new problem and don't shut up about that.
I know, but...
Yeah.
I want this to go away.
See Stealth rework into Karma rework.
Into Heimerdinger rework, into Sivir rework.
I think I got the point well across in less words.
And then once they rework all the characters, they're just going to go back to the character who first got a rework, like Janna, and say that she needs to be updated again. Janna.
I want to see some work done on Morgana. I think she looks really pretty, but I think that
She deserves it.
she could look amazing. But that's who I'm kind of excited for. Other than that,
What Morgana really needs is more voice clips.
I want some more lore with her too. I want some more backstory.
I don't want to ruin Morgana for you, Mishi, but she says like the same thing every 5 clicks.
I know. I play Morgana. I love Morgana. I'm contemplating maining her in the jungle.
I have never seen you play Morgana.
Well, maybe you should get on our time zone because I played her last night.
Why aren't you on mine?
Huh?
Why aren't you on mine?
I was working yesterday morning.
Because no one wants to be on Greenwich Mean Time. It's a mean time.
It's 0000. It is standard.
Fair enough.
Good place to be from.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America!
No, this is Patrick.
Alright, are we done with Heimer?
I guess. Do I have anything else to talk about?
No, you're boring. Okay, moving on to hat section. We're stealing it. We're derailing Hat's derailed section.
If you like trains and you like Hat, then you're not gonna like this segment. Hat's gone!
Cute. So, Assassin's Creed first.
I thought I was doing this.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go.
And I don't have anything on Assassin's Creed.
Well, then let us talk about that first. The creator of Assassin's Creed got kicked out.
Literally.
Fired.
Yes.
Tossed out. They handed him the pink slip, and then they handed him a pair of guards that escorted him off the premises. He didn't get to say goodbye. He didn't get to take any of the stuff out of his office. He was just grabbed and thrown out.
What do you think about that? That's so... I mean, if you're the creator of something...
I think he did something they didn't like. That's what that makes me think.
But I'm wondering what it
Yes.
is, because we haven't got anything other than that. And in my opinion, that makes the company seem horrible. So they need to start talking.
We have so little information on this, we have no idea. This guy could have been doing cocaine in his office for all we know.
But he did say he was going to fight for his right.
His fight for his right for his stuff back, because they still have his stuff.
Yeah.
Fight for the right to party.
Thank you. I was hoping someone would do that.
We gotta fight for our right to party!
Adorable.
Yo, what?
Okay, okay, Fang, be Hat.
Well, I shall start with Minecraft. They released a new snapshot the other day, Thursday-ish. That's usually snapshot day. They added new features and a bunch of bug fixes. They added new stained hardened clay. So that's probably just clay dyed as you dye wool. They enabled access to donkey and mule inventories by sneaking and interacting. They added new textures for the charcoal, coal block, and lapis lazuli. And they made mobs spawn as groups again. And bug fixes, the minecarts with furnaces. Used to consume coal in creative mode. That was a bug. They got rid of that. They don't consume it anymore. After the last use of a bow, it used to be that you'd get a glitch bow, that if you dropped it and picked it up again, it duplicated. You'd wind up with two. They fixed coal blocks not burning away. They still smelted stuff, but they didn't get used. And they fixed blurred menu background textures. And along with that announcement, the announcement of the stained hardened clay, is a little picture. And there's a little something in the background of the picture, which most people took as a red mushroom at first. But it looks like some kind of animal when you get in real close to it. Like some kind of bird or something.
It does. Maybe it's a dodo.
Is it like the cows?
It's red.
It is reminiscent of a mushroom, but it's not a mushroom.
That's interesting.
What could it be?
I'm curious.
So when you say the blurred menu backgrounds, is that the thing I'm looking at right now where it's single player, multiplayer, and it doesn't show the background, it's just kind of blurred out?
Yes. They want that to be clear or something, I think. I don't know for sure. I'm just reading what I've got written in front of me.
Well, maybe you should do some research.
Well, maybe if
Jeez,
I know
Hat,
I'd
you're
be
fired.
doing this. Onto Greenlight. Steam did a smaller Greenlight release. Greenlit, smaller Greenlight games. Whatever. They did 4 this time. Edge of Space, which was Terraria in space, and looked like it was going to be really good fun.
Ooh.
Substance Designer 3, which is some kind of texturing toolset for dedicated game developers. So it's not really a game, it's more a toolkit. And Venetica, or Venetica, something like that. It seems to be some kind of action game. And Hat's going to love this, but hate me for taking it away from him. They greenlit Papers, Please.
Yay!
So that's coming out at some point.
That's.
Can we do a video on that?
I'd like to.
It was a really good game, and that it deserves every video it could possibly get, honestly.
What I want is I just want the complete version so we can continue. Because I want to know where the story goes.
Would you like to do that, Mishi?
What?
Play through the game on video?
I don't think I'd make it very interesting, but
You would.
okay.
You would.
We'll talk
I
about
think
it.
You would.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, that's really all I've got.
Stop putting things in Skype.
Well,
Can't
I
check it.
pulled them up, drawing.
I get to look at them. So is that all for you, Fang?
Yeah, I guess so. I can't really think of what else Hat would have talked about.
Pokemon! Gotta catch 'em all! Heart so true.
Do you
Yeah,
mind?
like I said, I just did this 5 minutes just before we started recording, so...
That's how Hat does it. It's
Gosh,
fine.
it's like you're a guest on an unofficial podcast. Ugh.
Okay, so they have leaked some new Pokemon for any of you. What are we on generation? Like 80?
6.
Okay, close enough. So well, are you talking about that then? There's this
they
cute little
released-
panda guy.
It's the naughty Pokemon. Oh, yes. It appears to be a small jerk. It's probably going to be like dark type or something.
Yeah.
And then they released a thing that looks like the deer from
Goat.
Generation 5.
Goat. That's his Japanese name.
And then there was the Pidgey of this universe.
That doesn't look
And-
that like. It looks too similar to all the other ones.
And a weird electric terrier thing.
He looks kind of cute, I think.
And then the news that I'm actually incredibly excited for is that you're going to be able to customize your player character.
Oh, cool. That's
I don't know how much, but yes.
You can change the color of your hat,
I'd appreciate
And
that.
hair.
That's
and that will be
boring.
it.
Isn't this set to come out in like fall?
I don't know.
Pretty sure we're getting
Pokemon
closer.
X and Y.
Pretty sure we're getting somewhat nearer to a release date. I don't know. I can't click on anything that's Cerebi.
I want to know the starter's evolutions. That is all I want. I want to know that the fire Pokemon will not evolve into a firefighting type. I just want that peace of mind.
I like Finnegan. It's cute.
We'll hate it if it's a firefighting.
You hate it. I think it's cute. It's okay. I'm building a frog team because I've got Froakie now and Dexter, which is Seismitoad, and Toxicroak, and
Politoed.
I was gonna say Politoad. I've got almost a full team of froggies, and I'm going to whoop everyone's butt because I've got all the subtypes, and it's great. That'll be my goal of this game. Frog team.
How are you gonna get all the other frogs in Generation 6?
Hacks.
Oh, okay. All right. Nope. Okay, go right ahead.
I'm sure there's a way to get Pokemon over. I mean, you know, I want an explanation of this Mewtwo. I'm sorry, but I keep seeing this picture, and I want my explanation.
I haven't
It's
seen this
Mewtwo's
picture.
new form. Mew 3.
Does he evolve?
We don't know.
Or did he just get a visual update?
They don't do visual updates on
Right,
Pokemon.
reworked Mewtwo to be Freljorden.
Right. It looks like Mew and Mewtwo had a baby.
It's probably going to be some derpy stuff that you take Mewtwo to this specific spot at a specific time of day using a specific held item, and he turns into a different form where he has one different ability.
The only
Awakened
thing
Mewtwo.
The only thing that I am hoping for out of this is the possibility to get Mew or Mewtwo in the new series. Because if they're making a new form, I just have to be like, well, can I have the old ones too? Because collecting.
Hopefully they don't buff this Mewtwo's stats, or Mew 3's stats, because they would either make him on par with Arceus or stronger. Because Mewtwo is already the strongest Pokemon in the game, so making him stronger would be a bit insane.
I want to sit down and play through Gen 1 again. I miss it. Pretty sure I have yellow on my computer.
I've got red on my phone.
No way.
Yeah.
Do you what type of phone do you have?
Android.
see.
HTC Sense.
I
Or
have to get an
something like that.
Android. I just all these cool people have cool stuff on their phones, and they're all Androids.
Probably play like Pokemon Crystal on the Android.
It'll be fun.
I can do that. I can play black and white if I want.
So yeah, that's about it for this week. There really hasn't been a lot of stuff.
Short podcast.
Yeah, I miss Hat.
No offense, Fang. We love you.
I'm so used to having Hat. It feels weird.
Well,
I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching.
Good day, and thank you for watching the HTMcast. This has been Ty.
Give Hat your love so he feels better. I'm a Mishy. Fake, it's your turn.
I think you closed out of Skype.
no, I'm still here. I was just wondering what was going on.
We're saying goodbye.
Oh.
God, you're so bad at this.
You're fired.
I was never hired.
Exactly.
You can't fire me, I quit.
Well, fine, be that way. I demand half the stuff.
It's not a divorce.
I get to keep the cat.
No argument.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye.
Goodbye.